Hit it. Check 45. Look at me. Go. Get.
On first down, Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 49 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Got it. 50. Heavy on the edges. Check 32.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
Okay, break. Hey, 50. 50's a mic. 50's a mic. Hey, echo. Five.
Throwing on second down, McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's caught. Jones. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 51 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. 10 logo. Rock it. Watch the screen. I'm smooth. 10. Hey, lock it. Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
Now Jones operating from the gun. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Giants have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, exit. What we got? What we got? Like this now.
On 2nd down, it's McSorley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Fielded at the 20. Oh, what a juke into space. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Recon, 132 fighter.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Completes it to Coleman. Corey Coleman, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Coleman, an 80-yard touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. On third down, it's McSorley. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Watch the pass. Hey, Haywood. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Ready?
2nd and 10. It's McSorley. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Big stop. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Hey, team 6.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's McSorley to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now McSorley. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now a run with Geis. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
61, matchbox lights.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now Jones. He finds Coleman. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 25 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run with Geis. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Jones now on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They run. Devontae Freeman. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Here we go. 10-2 start. We ain't giving up nothing. Hey, Delta. 15, Mike. Get it.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Jones has it. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Protein spill. Hey, Echo.
To throw again. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Come on, set. 10 logo. Hard, hard. Come on, baby. Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Throwing on third and long. Jones. Got a man, Slayton. 17 yards and a giant first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
It's complete to Golden Tate. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jones now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Jones operating from the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jones to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
On the ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it.
He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's McSorley. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're going to try and throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action now with McSorley. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Let's go now. 60 or. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
McSorley, 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kicker's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
I got one. Switches. Look, squeeze. Hey, Alpha. Fire.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
37-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Stop me out here.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Wild Bill.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. They give to Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Freeman.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Ito Smith, his 1st carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Freeman. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, McSorley. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
At their own 19-yard
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
45. Mike, 45. Watch the screen. General West. Safe.
This is Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Pulled in at the 24. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, orbit.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons cut into that lead. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so